Hi guys, welcome to Only Math Tutorial Point. Today in this video we are going to discuss chapter 4, that is pair of linear equations in two variables. Some important points. Chapter wise we will discuss some important points that will be very useful when you are preparing for exam. Okay, let's start. See guys, we are dealing with pair of linear equations in two variables. Pair of linear equations in two variables of class 10th. So I have mentioned some points here. So what are the topics covered in the chapter? I have mentioned as a point wise. We'll discuss each one in detail. Okay, now first one linear equation, second one examples of linear equation, third one pair of linear equations, examples of pair of linear equations, solutions of pair of linear equations, graphical method or graphical representation of finding solution of pair of linear equations, relationship between coefficients and nature of system of equations. Okay, and eighth topic is algebraical method of finding solutions for a pair of linear equations. This can be solved in two methods guys, that is substitution method or elimination method. And last one, equations reducible to a pair of linear equations in two variables. So these are the points and these are the content available in your textbook, that is state syllabus of Telangana of class 10th. This is the content available for pair of linear equations in two variables. We'll discuss in detail. In this scenario, I'm not going to explain the sums guys. I'm going to explain the concept. What are these points? Okay, what are these points related to? Okay, now let's start. Okay, so what is first one? Linear equation. What is a linear? Linear means one. Okay, linear means we can get straight line. We get the meaning is one. Okay, now why we call one? If the degree of the variable, degree of in an equation, the degree of the variable is one, then those are called linear. Okay, now let's come to the definition part. An equation of the form ax plus by plus c equal to 0, where a comma b, where x coefficient that is a and y coefficient that is b is not equal to 0, then it is called linear equations in two variables. What are two variables here? X comma y. Okay, an equation which is in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0, where a comma b is not equal to 0. It cannot be equal to 0 guys. A comma b suppose 0 అయింది అంటే అది ఈక్వేషన్ అన్నాం. ఓకే, a comma b should not be equal to 0. Okay, then only we can call that is a linear equation in two variables. So here we are talking about x and y. So those are the variables. Suppose if you are talking about single variable, it is called linear equation single variable. Ax plus bx plus c equal to 0. Okay, here we are talking about two variables, that is x comma y. Okay, we call linear equation in two variables. Okay, understood? Now next one, what are the examples? Examples of linear equations. See, how can we represent an equation of this form ax plus by plus c equal to 0? I took an example guys, 2x plus 3y plus 5 equal to 0, minus 5x plus 14y equal to 19. So here x coefficient is 2, y coefficient is 3, and constant that is c, that is 5. So I have represented in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Okay, now so if you represent any value of this form ax plus by plus c equal to 0, that becomes a linear equation in two variables. Okay, now coming to one more example, how can you convert a real-time scenario or a word sum into linear equation format? Okay, now I have given one example here. In a stationery shop, Ram wants to buy 2 pencils, 5 pens in a shop with 50 rupees as total cost. Ram wants to buy 2 pencils and 5 pens of cost 50 rupees in a shop. So how can we represent this scenario in terms of linear equation. Okay, now in this scenario, in this example, we are talking about two things, right? That is, one is pencil and other is pen. Okay, these two are unknowns, these two are things. Okay, so we can take pencil is as variable x, pen as variable y. So here I am telling how to represent this example in terms of x and y. Okay, now what they gave, two pencils, 5 pens, cost is 50 rupees. So pencils we consider as x, guys, so it becomes 2 into x, and pens we consider as y, it becomes y, so 5 into y, 5y equal to 50. The total cost is 50. So this is a representation of equation in real time scenarios or examples, word sums. Okay, understood? Now going to the next topic. Okay, I have mentioned a note. See guys, linear equation indicates a straight line always. Whenever an equation of the form ax plus by plus c equals 0, that represents a straight line. Therefore linear equation indicates a straight line always. Keep this point in your mind. Now coming to next topic. Students, pair of linear equations. So what is pair of linear equations? So an equation is of the form a1x plus b1 plus c1 equal to 0, and other equation a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0 are two equations in same variables x comma y. Okay, I took one equation and I took other equation. Both equations are same in terms of x and y. I took with same variables x and y. Okay, then those lines are called, then these two equations are called, these two equations are called pair of linear equations. Pair means two, guys. Pair means two. Here I am considering two equations at a time. So that's why we call pair of linear equations in two variables. We are talking about x and y. So pair of linear equations in two variables x and y. Okay, understood? Now coming to the example. Examples of pair of linear equations. Take any number, any coefficient that should be in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. See, I took one example, 3x plus 5y minus 7 equal to 0, minus 5x plus 4y minus 9 equal to 0. Okay, here both 1 and 2 are said to be linear equations or pair of linear equations. We are talking these two equations at a time. So that's why we call it is a pair, two. Pair of linear equations in two variables. Pair means two, guys. Okay, we don't talk two in mathematics. We'll call some, we should use some terminology while discussing or while talking. Okay, pair means two. Okay, we are talking two equations at a time, so that's why we call pair of linear equations in two variables. That is an example of pair of linear equations. Now coming to solutions of pair of linear equations, guys. Solutions of pair of linear equations. So a pair of values of the variables x comma y which together satisfy both the equations is called solution for pair of linear equations. Okay, let me explain with an example so that you will get an idea clearly. I took two equations, x minus y equal to 4, x plus y equal to 2. These two are pair of linear equations, right? Equation which in terms of x and y, so it becomes linear equation in two variables. Now find the values of x and y. We need to find the values of x and y. So I solve Student, this solving method we'll discuss in the further class. So first you should understand that how to get values of x and y, that you concentrate here. So after solving, I got x equal to 3 and y equal to minus 1, guys. The solving method we'll discuss in the next class, but you see how we got the values, x equal to 3, y equal to minus 1. So after solving these two, we got x equal to 3, y equal to minus 1, right? Put those values in equations, equation 1 and equation 2. So what is first equation? X minus y equal to 4. Okay, so what is x value? 3 minus in the question, y value we got minus 1. So if minus minus become plus, so we get 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1 that equal to 4. That it is satisfying, right? 4 equal to 4. Coming to second equation, x equal to 3, y equal to minus 1. 3 minus 1 that equal to 2. 2 equal to 2. Therefore, here x equal to 3, y equal to minus 1 is called the solution of the given pair of equations, because if you substitute x equal to 3 and y equal to minus 1 in both the equations, here both are satisfying with same values, with these values. Okay, so therefore it is called x equal to 3 and y equal to minus 1, we call solution of the given pair of linear equations. Okay guys, I hope you understand these sums, these concepts. Students, I hope you understand point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes or no? So in the remaining 6, 7, 8, 9 we'll discuss in the next video. Okay? Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos and for more updates guys. Thank you.